I'm here to tell you that you can't really push or pull the process that you're going through of life. I mean, astrology is here to kind of prove to us that we don't really control the clock that's out there. We can know more about patterning and rhythms and cycles and yourself, really, your self-knowledge. You can have a curiosity about your inner workings, and everybody else's is just, yeah, it's advised as long as you're here, it's not no use in walking in the dark. The best way to walk in the dark is just be purely mental and be belief oriented. So anyway, I had made a long video and I didn't like it, and so, but this will be a very short video, I think, that will go on around about the 23rd or the 24th. It's just to let you know that I'm going to be putting up videos that hopefully have a better refinement, but yeah, it's for just once every Monday. Sorry about the having to wait for it, but like I said, I would rather it be full of energy and good vibes and trying to talk about things, but I'm going to only do it every Monday because my life, it's getting pretty darn serious. We have this Mars thing. I think I tried to talk about that. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I'm heavily affected by it. I'm a Mars person, and Mars isn't exactly a bad planet. None of it is. You have a karmic side and a dharmic side, or a bad side and a good side, or a negative side and a positive side. And the positive side of Martian people is that they're very ambitious, willful, strong. They're supportive of whatever, especially a weakness there. They want you to know that you can be better in a way that can actually make you better. See, they're the coaches or the ones that you look up to anyway, and that you want to be like them, and they can just make you better. They're the good influence they can be. That's really the better part of the human organism. The body is capable of some really amazing feats and stunts, and that's true. I mean, it's the athlete that is doing that. And anyway, that's the good side. It's using a lot of passion and feeling and even anger to get that done. And it's productive. It's the productive side of the possibility of mankind, and or even say for sure the anger side, the frustration side, the side that has the will and sees the way and does it. See, that's the hero. The hero just puts the suit on, and too bad it doesn't say, you know what, I just let myself get angry and fucking get it done. Because it helps some other people. You'd be surprised how many likes I get on the videos where I just fly off the handle with my temperament. I feel the better part of the Mars and Cancer going backwards, and also it's really, it's just energy. We're looking at energy, and what we have to expend of our bodies and what we want to, and really, I think you should conserve and use and work with. See, this is the Taurus call. I mean, don't forget it. It's the right way to be, because you want to be able to stabilize enough to be able to communicate something more and more. You have to be able to communicate something on this platform. If you have a social media platform, it's not private. For one, I want you to understand this. None of it is private. You have to go more transparent, like unlike any narcissist ever, and realize, no, there's something called reality. And these are these applications. It's like, whatever. It's not, there's a reflection of reality about the computers are definitely a reflection of reality in that it can store up all of it as just something, all of the truth that's coming out of reality itself. It's reality as one, but it's not reality. It's a synthesized version. That's what computers are pretty much, are magically are, if we consider the human being as being part of the pixelation that goes on. Definitely. And the computer here, the computer is amazing, isn't it? It's very technological. What we really should say is it's alien-like. It's not anything you can fathom. That the fact that it's intergalactic. It's being monitored by intergalactic intelligence. Who, in fact, you've seen Star Wars, right? Where they have their screens up there and they're talking to some. They have to. They're talking to somebody on another planet, or in another spaceship. And yes, nothing new under the sun here, babes. Nothing new. It's just the Matrix there, and you're you're there. You are in an experiment. They are trying to help us in a lot of ways, but see, the only way we can get help, is to figure something out. Go through a certain path, and I keep trying to talk about the um, the symbol system that is very possible to not only gather an intelligence that says, no, this is our brand, this is what we are, that all other things are made good through, like good, well, and good. Something that the kids can say, yeah, that seems safe for me, like get a good feeling from it, even if you eat it, right, or drink it. Because we do have a problem with corporations or money-bound situation. It's none of ours. It's not privatized. When I say ours, babes, if you are using social media and you have applications and you're paying for it, it should be that you're paying for a central bank to stay open. And not only that, babes, see that it's your pot of social service economically that takes care of, at the very least, the very beginning, your communications bill. But no, we're talking about the fact that there's billions of dollars there. They wave it in front of our face, but they have to. Getting back to intergalactic policy, just fair, fair play, especially under wartime, which is who knows what that means, but it means that there's an alarm in the air, getting out of unbalance. A wartime. It's time to be aware. Aware time. See, that's part of what I made my last video, but I erased it because I didn't like a lot of it. There's a lot that's influencing me. Still, I have Mercury squaring my Mercury, but thanks for the likes and subscribes, and thank you in general for mainly the donations. Kim Cast, Nancy, and Daisy Chain, and Kenneth's son. Those people have donated through my PayPal and Cash App, and they made it possible for me to gain just a little bit of stability and peace of mind. It doesn't take much here. I was trying to explain, I think in the beginning, how that you cannot push or pull the zodiacal, or the process of your life, the thing that you're going through, the whole phase of it all, like what's about to happen next. See, out of all the signs, me being an Aries rising, the Aries needs to be reminded and told how to be patient, because you just do not get to the very end in the very beginning. Come on, there's a journey, there's a process, and so, but make sure you get on your spin machine over there. Get your exercise, get out there. I have trouble with worry, and this is my worry video. I'm going to put it up on Friday, and it's letting people know. Well, I'll put it up on the 24th. How about that? Just letting people know that thank you, and that my videos will be showing up from now on just once every Monday, and then I might put one on Friday also, Monday and Friday, but for now it's just I have one coming on every Monday, because I'm going through something that's kind of complicating. It needs my full concentration. It kind of hurts a bit. It's heart aching a little bit, and I would rather be away from that feeling. I don't want to give that emotion to anybody. I would rather be more high-minded with things, and get on the high-minded tip about love too, also, to say that everybody is needing to work on a whole other mode of doing things that it gets away from what kind of cycles into just that keeps us kind of feeling funky, and that's nobody's responsibility but each and every one's. But really, I believe in love. Really, it's not a belief; it's a be with. It's just like, you know what. But what is that? See, now, God, this is very important for me to try to get this across. And more it comes up, and it's like, well, how do you explain to people this? But I was trying to explain it on one of my other videos. Maybe I put it up already. But the Buddhists would tell us that, well, computerization would be one of the ways that man would become enlightened. It's one of the ways that the passage could be that he could find enlightenment. And I kind of explained on my other video about cameras. I kind of erased it. See, I'm so grateful for the people that I have attracted that when I do look at their charts, it's like, oh, no wonder that they did manage to bring it upon themselves to send a donation. It's because there's an aspect there. It's weird. It's like, well, no, these are your friends. It is possible to get what it's called. It's really called constituents. That's what was supposed to happen here. You are to gain a community. But I am saying, babes, I am saying there's a community of human beings here. And it's loving. See, that's what the computer is for. It's for that enlightenment trip, the evolution of human consciousness, which is to become love and enlightened, become human. Because there's two types. And see, it's done by communicating. You have to communicate it. That's what Buddhism is. It's just a conversation between these very two different types of people. One of them is enlightened. One of them is a human being. One of them is a trinary processor and broadcaster, I guess. Right? They are a heart that it's mainly pumping like this instead of like this, I guess. If you want to imagine what we're talking about, it's being hooked into, well, first of all, you have an account open with reality and you have a conversation that is interesting about what reality is. I add the word, it's outer space. Imagine that. I mean, 80 to 92% of people have yet to make the full-on graduation into it. And it's like, that's the most dangerous thing. If you really want to know, getting heavy into it, because now is God. It's all here right now. Whew, no wonder. You want to really breathe. Don't panic. Don't fall off the face of your own mind there, because your mind is not very geared for now. That's why you want to get into just breathing. Get into awareness. How about that? Did you know that awareness and the mind are two diametrically opposite things? You see, awareness, I fucking love this part. Awareness is now. What are you doing now? Feels good to get back to now, though, doesn't it? Just, you got to make sure that, well, at least notice if you're breathing. It's important. But breathe deep. Try it. Sometimes, I don't know if you know, but like you don't really know how to breathe. But try to just do it consciously for like 6 breaths, 7 breaths. The more the merrier, but really that 7th breath is the best. And there's different ways and patterns that you can start breathing that I'm telling you, it will open you up to superhuman physical qualities and capabilities. I'm not kidding. I learned very little of it, but what little I did, it's like, oh, wow. And I was downloaded it all. It's like accidental. I mean, it's at the very least, I mean, sometimes you'll start delving into it accidental, and then hopefully we'll bring it back up and say, did anybody ever get this at all? Did they burn this book already? Most likely, yeah. And it's time to bring it all up. That's the era that we're heading into now, but that's the whole point of nurturing ourselves and getting very real with Mars and Cancer, and then it's going to oppose Pluto once again at 3 degrees, and there's nothing we can do about misalign or even alignment. And with this Mars transit, how it goes back onto my Saturn at 17 degrees, and it does go on to others. It does So for other people, Saturn too. They could have a 17 degrees Capricorn or Libra or Cancer or that's the angles or Aries, and they are getting aspected by this Mars that is difficult. It's hitting their main lesson in life. For me, it's just yeah, it's not hard to feel homeless on your own land, but really, I'm talking about that's what Christ would say. Christ said, excuse me, we feel homeless on this earth. Why do I feel homeless here? Asking the town hall over there on the land when the birds do fine. They're all taken care of. Like, what happened to us? Well, we got stupid is what happened, but we should be bothering about making food. Just every day, did you make progress and storing food and conjuring up food and so that nobody starves around here? But it's really looking weird. It's a weird fucking setup. That's all I have to say, and thanks for listening. Main reason why for this video, and I'll be surprised if I put it up. I'm suffering brain damage from trying to communicate to people that don't communicate. How about that? I'm all I'm doing is I know what time it is astrologically, and for me, it's just a matter of time before I push through and do everything that I have to do myself. I have to do it myself. I have to take charge, right? I have to, otherwise it's not my life. And it doesn't mean that other people are not there. Of course, that's the thing. That's part of the main thing is to surrender that other people are a part of that future self that I feel that needs to come. I don't really know what it is quite yet because there's so many possibilities for me. I'm not really in a hard spot. It's really actually, this is a great opportunity here. Really, all of it. I have to see the main thing is to take care of myself. I'm going to put less and less of these videos up, only on Monday, and then maybe one on Friday. Thanks for your likes and subscribes. I, I kind of locked up a lot of my videos, and so a lot of that has gone away. I don't think I'm going to open them up unless I start making money on it. I don't know. But I feel like I need to start completely over. Of course, that's what a lot of people are trying to do. That's what humanity is up to tell you the truth. And I will be here to, how about I'll do a weekly, every Monday and probably every Friday, for the weekend, forecast of astrology thrown in on whatever blah blah that I have to say. Um, and I do offer my own special private counseling. If we can get a community together that like say, okay, I have 419 subscribers. If they all sent me $1, that would just be so. It would be a relief on everybody. It would stop all the narcissism would clear up probably. See, and I'm not saying that I have narcissism or that I'm a narcissist. You see, it could come up when we're in um, fight or flight mode or like kept unstable or in survival mode. It could happen temporarily to some of us, very temporarily, of course. Yeah, I admit that's just you have to learn how to be a manipulator and lie a little bit and all this shit that it can be bad when you're stressed out and you're in pain, but it goes away, hopefully. See, the thing that we have a problem with some people that are so terrible is that they don't really ever get out of those traits. They are in constant, forever insecure mode that keeps them operating on a way that is manipulative. And I hope this is useful information to you. We can keep on with the conversation, but it's, you know, I always was able to steer clear, and I think I've talked about this already on this stupid video. Fuck. But I'll put it on the 24th. The main purpose of it is just to let you know I'm backing off on the volume. Yeah, it's probably means I'm getting healthier or whatever. I've done enough, and like I said, I have a bunch of playlists with at least 45 to 100 videos on them, at least 60 playlists of just me talking over the past 3 years or so of going through this Neptune transit, and I'm going to keep recording my life is I just am going through something that I need to change. I'm fighting for my life still. That's the bottom line. I'm not talking about it much, but I'm trying to make this thing into what it's really 100% supposed to be, is a social safety net for the human being. If we can just verify that there's two types here, that maybe we're making a mistake in thinking that we can work it out with this other faction out there that's just running for what? Well, they are running for money, but it's not your money, right? Or is it? Did you pay somebody to do a terrible job? Maybe. Or just how about your bill pay? See, that's the thing, is I'm saying we can make it to where if we just agree that, see, there's, oh God, I'm getting tired of talking about this, but there's intergalactic monitor here. It's 100% intergalactic. Did I already mention that? It's like Star Wars. It's being monitored. They're waiting for it to awaken. And when it does, that means that the human being is getting its own language down, and it's also getting its own type down. There's two types. You can free to capitalize anywhere, anytime. Just listen to the language that I'm saying. It's just like, I wish I can get it down for you better. And I think that when Mars gets out of Cancer and it goes back into Leo, I hope to God I'm feeling better. I hope all of us have found a solution to our love lives. If like to how to go on a higher octave. Babes, this thing right here, this fucking social media, is supposed to give an example of what unconditional love really is and how it can be. Just, it should wipe away the fake love thing. Well, how? How, Shauna? Well, see, right now I'm doing it through my ability to technologize, I guess. Technologize. And just say, hey, man, hey, friend, and really no, I don't want to bug my friends for money. I bug my friends when I'm feeling down and I can't be with them. Period. How do we switch it to where it's like, no, we do business with our friends, and I'm doing something that they're probably not doing, which is crying into this stupid fucking thing again about what? Man, I've been trying to end a cycle of abuse that I know is there, and I'm trying to alert the other party, and and now I'm aware of it. I'm willing to just put it out on the table. Look, this is what's happening. They can't feel it. I think that they have a tendency to be more non-feeling than I do. They're less sensitive, and I can't handle it. See, I'm risking losing so much. It's not very, very personal, but the way that we handle it, I guess we have a personal way of handling it. If we can't handle it at all, or if we do handle it at all, no matter what, we're handling it on an individual, personal level. And I say, why? Because we have social media. It means that we know that there's a society of what? I say that, let's say we're a society of humane beings. And to start our own club. But see, here's the thing I'm trying to tell you, and it's you need to find out for yourself. There might be only a few people out of 500 people that'll try it. But you see, it has to catch you too. You have to fit the keys. It has to be something, or else you will never do it. And also, I don't know what kind of a person, but see, that unconditional love is one thing. It's not so much that you're egoic, but maybe you're talking about higher-minded things. Like, do you find yourself talking about higher-minded things? That's when the capitalized letters, particularly finding the birds and the words and putting them in capitalized and putting the birds and the words capitalized, that's when it stands out to start telling like some gospel, man. It's amazing. Just work with it, look at it. But see, here's what happens. Your iPhone in particular, it starts to see, the intergalactic monitor starts to see that you're a human being doing a puzzle. If it's just that you're pulling the words apart, like in the word because, put the B up. Put the capital B because it's because. Those are two words. You want to show them that you see something that not the usual will see. Show them that you dare make there a difference. See, in the word cause, there's the word use in there. Woo! And in the word use, there's the word us, baby. Us. Who? The human being, babes. What I'm on, what the train that I know that I'm on, that I wish I can really concentrate and give you the riddle that shows you, no, the language is here already. You're on a typewriter. You need to get your two types down and fucking start communicating, babes, and get your central bank going. I don't know what else to, how to. I will keep trying to refine. What do I need? A cherry on top? And what do I need to do to convince one single other person to crack the code on their iPhone and say, oh, well, I'll be gosh dogged. See, here's the thing. You have your own specific intergalactic signature that it will open up to you here. You will start to gain information about yourself that you never knew. And it's because because if you're a human being, first of all, you're a human being who has said, you know what is this other human being talking about? Because I think I can hear what she's saying. She's saying that we have a monetary problem. For sure, I can't give her money because it's not my money. I would like to think that there was something called my money that I can use to pay somebody else to do something, and it's my people that I have paid. Instead of this game, have you noticed? How it's like you have to fucking shiest everybody around you because you're not playing it right. Did you get a deal? Well, getting a deal means that you shiest them. But then it's like, well, you turn around and they're going to try to get a deal from you. But fuck you. And it's like, you know what? Why don't you just fucking people just slit each other's throat right there and start bleeding each other on the ground? Meanwhile, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to watch you people and fucking wonder why is the fucking this happening trying to me to do that. And why do I sound like a foreigner anyway?